Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y72, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. So to get started, we're going to begin with the icon size, which basically allows you to shrink or enlarge the icons that you can see right over here. So as an example, keep in mind how this looks like. And to change it, we're going to quickly go into the settings. From here, scroll down to lock screen and wallpaper, then home screen, and you will have display icon size. They actually are set right now to apparently to a large one. And sorry for the camera that just went completely like super warm color. I'm just gonna keep my hand, apparently that helps. So right now they're large, so I'm gonna switch it to something basically on the opposite spectrum, and as you can see, that's basically the difference it makes right here. Now additionally, if you want to have everything big, you can set it up to be that way. And furthermore, there was a simple mode which basically takes it to a whole new level, making everything look a little bit more user-friendly for the people that struggle with using the device. As you can see, every icon is just enormous, taking a huge tile on your device. So if there is something that you might be interested in, that's basically where you enable it as well. So moving on to the next option is the navigation. Now, right now I'm using the gesture navigation, although this is not the default way to navigate to the device, not the one that was enabled, I think, throughout the setup. So if there is something that you want to have, the gesture navigations, simply open up settings, scroll all the way down to system, and then system navigation, where you will find the two options. So you have 3-button navigation, which is the standard, let me quickly enable it, this kind of navigation right here, and obviously the gesture navigation, which is my preferred way to use the device. And now moving on to the next option, it's going to be the simple split screen, which allows you to run 2 different apps at the same time. So as an example, you can use things like Chrome and YouTube at the same time. So start off by opening up one of the apps first, then going into the recent applications, and you'll see this little icon right here. Now when you tap on it, it will give you split screen option with a little caveat. If you find an app that does not support split screen, for instance like settings, you just won't see it. So from here, and select split screen, it will, as you can see, shrink it and allow you to open up a secondary application that you will be able to use alongside this one. And obviously you can resize those, as you can see. And from here, you can use basically 2 different apps at the same time. Now, additionally, the benefit of opening up YouTube at the top right here is that when you're listening to something, some kind of songs or something like it, you can go home, and this will not close YouTube. It is still considered to be open, so you can navigate through a home screen. And as long as you open up an application that is supported by split screen, it will just continue to function normally. Now, obviously, when you open up again app that is supported in split screen, it's going to go back to this kind of normal split screen view, and same, you can close it and change the app. Now when you open up an app that isn't supported by split screen, like settings, as you can see, just completely quits it. So just keep that in mind. Now moving on to the next option, this is going to be the face beauty, apparently. Now it's their special proprietary thingy thing that apparently they trademarked, like it's some kind of outstanding thing. So you can test it yourself if that is something that you like. Let me quickly just change the brightness. So to basically find it and test it out, all you need to do is go into shortcuts and accessibility, and then face beauty for video calls. That is actually limited to video calls, I should mention that before. And right here it will show you the apps that are supported by this. So we have Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Line, Viber, and Zello. It looks like that's basically all. There is a chance that maybe if you have some kind of other application that have voice call that isn't, or video calls that isn't listed here, it might show up as well. I actually have no idea. But by default, those applications are not installed, so I need to install and from there enable them. But basically, like the name suggests, it does face beautification for video calls. So basically, it makes everything a little bit more feathery looking, with a lot of smearing and basically trying to remove like wrinkles and stuff like that. So this probably might be something that women would be more interested in than guys, but it's here if you're interested in checking it out. And lastly, going into last option, it's going to be the Ultra Game Mode. Now, by default, if you plan to play games on your device, I do recommend you to go through this because it will provide you with additional benefits that aren't really disclosed in this section. So let's start off by actually going into the settings and then selecting Ultra Game Mode. Select Turn On, and there we go. So as you can see, you have the game sidebar. So when you launch a game, it will show you a sidebar which you can pull out. Then we have esports mode, off-screen autoplay. Now esports mode is one of those that basically gives you a lot of crap right here just to promote themselves. So as you can see, devices using the Arena of Valor, whatever esports events are provided by VIVO, like whoop-de-doo, give yourself a medal. No one really cares, and it gives you a couple additional things right here, which are basically provided all by the game mode itself. Now, I will point out one thing that I found funny right here is the adaptive frame rate and temperature, where they try to basically award this this section right here like it's some kind of innovative thing to deal with temperatures and frame rates. But basically what they mean is thermal throttling, which has been out ever since processors and stuff like that were ever invented, where temperatures go too high, the device doesn't like it, so it drops frame rates to basically make the phone work less hard to keep those frame rates. Ooh, thermal throttling, and they word it in some kind of like convoluted way to make it sound like, oh, it's innovative. We do lots of stuff in the background to basically keep your frame rates going high and temperatures low, but if temperatures go high, then frame rates go low. Whoop-de-doo. Kind of went off on a rant here, so let's back out here and move on. So in the settings right here, we have things like black notifications, screen mistouch preventions, and so on. So basically, you want to launch games using this feature just because it gives you a couple additional just benefits right here, like blocking notifications. And if you play games on your phone, you probably are aware how damn annoying it is to keep getting like some pop-ups when you're trying to do something. And additionally, it does a couple other things like basically every other game mode out there, which is limiting everything that is running in the background. So if you have some kind of apps that are running in the background, they will be completely gone, just to prioritize on games that is running in the foreground to give you the best performance possible from this device. So yeah. So that being said, this will conclude the tweaks and tricks that I want to share with you. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.